All right. Happy April 24th. As you can tell, finally took the nastiest loss. Actually, I was well convinced it could have been yesterday. Um, but if it wasn't yesterday, I guess I manifested it today. So, um, look, it is what it is, right? I'll show you my trading journal too. I actually have to update it. Current balance $1,096.33 33 cents, right? So, 1096. That's the current balance. Look at this. Honestly, it doesn't sting, but I'm just like, damn, like, how did this happen? So, this is crazy. As soon as I enter, I'm already down $400. Just kind of taking a second look at my chart, and I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, well, we were holding at a standstill. I was like, well, maybe, um, it could hold over here, come back to close to my entry, and which it did. At one point, I was down negative, I think negative 190. I just couldn't see at the time, but I was scared. I was like, if she was rejecting a certain area, and I was like, oh shit, this could be resistance. And I was like, can you just keep dumping from here? And if that happens, then I want to cut this trade. Being a little optimistic. Next thing you know, it was curling down. It was free falling again. I was like, I gotta cut it. I gotta cut it. So, and it just kind of feels like with that slippage too, I basically closed out where my max loss. I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes it just happens. It's beyond you. I know a lot of traders who have been in a space for this long, or for a long time. They're like, "Damn, dude, you got fucked up today." Yeah, there's no sweet way of saying it. I got wrecked. Today was a wreck ball, but like I posted on my Instagram, like I posted on my TikTok. Don't let one bad day fuck you up, right? Don't let one bad day. Yes, as you can tell, there we go. Why does it look like that? Sorry, guys. Still looks a little bit weird, doesn't it? Whatever. As you can tell, this week, I mean, we did pretty fairly well. No trade on Tuesday. But we did. I should have put Tuesday actually, but we did pretty well. It's just if we were being honest, I was up for 40 on the week prior to this trade, and then if I once I took this trade, you can see on the bottom right, sum is negative 140.60 right in the red. So, it is again. I want to take a sum. There you go. Gonna paint it. Don't really have red weeks. As you can see, week 1, week 2, week 3. Um, you know, it sucks. Day 17, nasty loss, right? So, but the way I see it is that basically, with this loss, yeah, it wipes out for sure this whole week's worth of profit minus half of what I made last week. So I'm not in any position to be like, to be whining, to be complaining. And no matter what, guys, I have to be brutally honest. This is my first time ever trading US 30 more than basically 3 days in my whole, I want to say, 4.5 to 5 years that I've been in the forex space. So I'm really proud of that. Really, really proud of all the progress here. It's not like this is a blown account. Um, just realistically speaking, just sucks. But this has been a hard week. I mean, if we go on to this person, you could kind of look at. I actually look at this person a lot, but if you just look at him, uh, not that I'm trying to. Well, actually, I am trying to compare myself to other traders. That way, I can feel better. No doubt. But if you can just look at a title across 20 accounts, down $16,000, right? And a fresh account, fresh funded Apex, end of day, price action PA accounts. Now, if you look at this guy, um, if this thing even loads, why is this thing acting all funky? Is my Wi-Fi down?
I see 280 still.
All right. You can see he was in a trade. He took three trades, red from two, and then he just got fucked up with 830 in the red, right? So per account, and you multiply 830 times 20, it gives you something less than this plus commission. It gives you this exactly. So give or take. So he's not the only one though. I don't have time to look at all the other traders or to show every other trader on YouTube, but good handful of people took massive losses today. Yeah, in compared to me, financially it was a lot worse. However, point wise, how many points I got fucked up by. Yeah, mine was definitely on top of that list. For him, it was about 43 points. He just used this really heavy, lot size per point. But I'm happy. I'm happy. It's a huge learning experience. It's just day 17, man. I finished day 17. So Monday is gonna be day 18. We'll go from there. No matter what, the current balance is this. I don't want to get anything below this. Ideally, I was hoping that with this upcoming week or in a week and a half, I could get the account up to 3,000. And then, for me, just as a general rule of thumb, once I get the account to late 2,000, early 3,000, that's no longer an account flip at that point. That's just normal trading for me because that yields good profit. Um, but it is what it is. We'll just carry on with the wind, right? Now let me show you what I thought on the chart. So let's rewind it. This week has been extremely difficult. There's no sweet way to saying it. Now if we just look over here, right? So I was kind of thinking this. Came up, came down, came up, came down, came up, came down, and when we finally came up, had this little price action. I was thinking one of the two things could happen. Either I wanted to basically see it hold support here and go back up for a nice push up. I thought Friday, since this week we have been pretty bullish. As a matter of fact, I didn't really see today being bearish, or I just saw that since we came up, came down, and when the nasty flash up, we could be holding something over here. Didn't really see it being the case though. But that's kind of what had happened, I think, on, was it Thursday? I think it was Wednesday. I don't know which day it was. But either way, um, either way, I mean, give or take, I feel like US 30 is actually not the hardest to read. It's all about having the right charts. I'm still trying to figure out for US 30 which charts I like, whether it's Black Bull markets or whether it's FXCM, right? Now, if I just show you on this chart, let's see if it makes anything easier. On my broker on Black Bull charts, I thought I was looking at something over there, right? So now this was perfect for what, Thursday, for yesterday. But if you look at over here, I mean, you would still have the same bias that I had, right? That you want to see it retest over here at market opening or pre-market, and next thing you know, you want to see this thing shoot up. Now, and even then, let's say that you wanted to see it hold resistance here. I mean, let's see how close or how far it keeps it. Not bad, actually. But I'm just not really well convinced that this could have been a resistance on either broker it goes. So, over here, I'm looking to the left. Look at that candle, look at that candle, look at that candle, look at that candle. Yeah, I mean it's interesting. Today's setup was honestly very interesting. I did have my last second trader instinct that I should basically short it here, but then I was like, well, what if sticking to my original bias? I was like, what if we come basically over here and we're just gonna massively push? So I did get in a buy right here, almost right on my line. I never saw a second of profit. She just immediately just tanked all the way, and then I was like, okay, well, right here. I was like, well, she could hold I was like, she could hold it right there, right? But next thing you know, she just, I mean, she tanked, guys. She tanked. So, she tanked. There was just no two ways about it. The closest point that she did get up was to basically this wick, and I would have had to close out 34 points on stop loss, which not bad. I would prefer that going back, but I can't do that. And what just had at the time seemed very promising that she could easily climb back up to my entry. I don't know if it was gonna be a bullish day, to be honest. Um, since that already had happened, but we live and learn, guys. I'm not really bummed out about it. I'm probably gonna put a bummy ass title, like I just blew my account or some shit like that, but just so it grabs attentions. But I'm not bummed out about it, realistically speaking. I mean, I just as soon as I was done with trading, actually before I took melatonin last night and just kind of hit it heavy this morning, so I called off from work, was sleeping in, literally just 10 minutes pre-market. I just thought I saw this buy actually, and then I was like, let me just take it. Let me take it. Hopped on a bigger charts. I was like, well, I really needed to basically break this area right here. That's the area that I was really looking for it to break. Um, really, it was closer to like right here. Um, but it is what it is. And then as soon as I took the loss, it's simple, right? I'm not crying about it. I got back to bed. In fact, I had a really good, nice rest. Had a little perfect nap. I just woke up like 20 minutes ago, and I'm just like, okay, well, um, time to get some brunch and time to hit the gym and just carry on with my day. Start my weekends. Probably gonna have a barbecue pool party later, so it is what it is. So as always, I hope you have a great, amazing weekend is yours for yourself as well, for your friends, for your family, for your loved ones. Celebrate this time with them as always. You should, right? So, peace, love, and cheers. Thank you.